All right, so you can start any way you want, seated or supine, just to kind of come into the moment and try to stay there for your 1 hour, which is just for you, to kind of get to know your body, see how you are today. So, seated or supine, just get comfortable. And just start with 3 nice deep inhales and then exhale through your mouth. So kind of sigh it out. That's a really nice way to release any tension. So deep inhale. Let's do a couple more like that. Okay, then let's just take, a minute or so to bring your awareness inside to any sensations you feel in your body. Just kind of let your awareness, your mind's eye, rove around, being curious about what you feel in your body. So not attaching labels to the feeling, it's hard not to do that, but just try to just feel and notice how sensations change. Notice which parts of your body seem to be speaking to you. Not good, not bad, just listen to your body. You might move, stay in one spot, notice that sensation, how it changes, and then let your awareness move to another place. You might be aware of your heart beating and how that reverberates through your body, or it might be a sound. And then let your awareness kind of expand as if the shutter on a camera was opening up to include your whole body. So your body as a whole, all together. Just being aware of that wholeness and how your respiration, your circulation moves through your whole body, not just one part. How the breath, as it comes in, expands your whole body. The exhale, your whole body moves back towards center. So yoga is about connecting, it's about wellness in mind, body, and spirit, and the asana practice, which we do today, is about connecting your mind and your body. Now bring your awareness to the breath. We're going to start with a pranayama today. A small part of our focus today is going to be on integrating the right and left parts of the brain, hemispheres of the brain integration, which requires focus and also helps the sides of the brain which do different things to work together, which helps with learning. So a breathing practice speaks to that today. It's called alternate nostril breathing. And just as a background, during the day, your body automatically, one nostril is more open than the other, right and left, and your body just works that to give your brain what it needs. And so alternate nostril breathing balances the two sides, so they're working together equally. So here's how we do that. You take your pointer finger and middle finger, whichever hand is dominant for you, and place those on your forehead, and then you're going to use your thumb to close off one side, one side, and then your ring finger to close off the other side, back and forth, and I'll tell you the pattern. So just rest the two second and third finger on your forehead as a kickstand, and then lightly, without pressing, your thumb on one side and your ring finger on the other, up at the kind of hard part, right? Ready to close off, and you're going to close off with just a gentle pressure on one side and the other, and I'll lead you through it. Okay, so start with no pressure on either side. Just breathe up your right nostril, take an inhale through there, and then close that right side off with your thumb or whatever finger's there, and then exhale down the left side, then inhale up the left side, close it off, exhale down the right, inhale up the right, close it off, just gentle pressure, exhale down the left, inhale up the left, close it off. So continue like that, exhaling down one side, then up that side, then switching sides. So just relax, make sure your face and jaw are relaxed. Changing your side on an exhale. Couple more rounds. And then you can take your hand down and just return to normal breathing in and out your nose. And just establish a slow, deep, even breath that you can maintain during practice. Perhaps set an intention for your practice today. And we're going to begin on our backs. So come on over onto your back. And we'll just start on an inhale. So activate your legs. So flex your feet and press out gently through the bottoms of your feet. Spread your fingers, press down lightly into the mat so your legs and arms are active. On an inhale, take both arms up overhead toward the floor behind. Exhale here, and then on your next inhale, gently lengthen out through both feet, both arms, so you're stretching equally in two directions. And on your next inhale, lengthen out just through the right leg and right arm, right side of your body. Exhale, relax back. Inhale, lengthen through your left foot and left arm. Exhale back. And now just pause for a minute. We're going to start with some cross body movement. This is one of the cross brain exercises, so to speak. So this time on an inhale, lengthen out through your right arm and left leg. And then exhale, and next inhale, lengthen through your right leg and left arm. So same movements on different sides of the body that activates both sides of your brain, because exhale, relax. So your right side of your brain is the sensory and motor controller of the left side of your body, and vice versa with the left side. All right, so now we're going to add to that alternate side movement, adding some other movements. Now this requires focus, so I'll try to be clear in my direction, and that might help you. Okay, so start by inhaling and lengthening through your right leg, left arm. As you exhale, draw your right knee into your chest and use your left hand to hug it in. So right knee into your chest, hug in with your left hand. And then on an inhale, raise your right foot toward the ceiling, straighten your right leg, and point your left fingers to the ceiling. And as you come to an exhale, tuck your belly in, put your lower back toward the mat, slowly lower your right leg and left arm toward the mat. And then bring your right arm down. Okay, now we'll do that on the other side. So this time, you're going to inhale, lengthen through your left leg, right arm. Exhale, bring your left knee into your chest, hug it in with your right hand. So you're crossing the midline here. Inhale, left leg goes up, right arm goes up. Nice. Exhale, tighten up your core a little bit, and slowly lower your left leg and right arm to the mat. Very nice here in the class. And we're going to do that again on the going back to the first side. So inhale, lengthen out through your right leg, left arm. Exhale, right leg into your chest. Hug it in with your left arm. Inhale, right leg toward the ceiling, left arm toward straight up. Very nice. Exhale, core strengthen, arm and leg down to the mat. Inhale, lengthen through your left leg, right arm. Exhale, left knee into chest. Hug it in with your right arm. Inhale, left foot, right hand toward the ceiling. And slowly on the exhale, lower arm and leg. Very nice. Okay, so that takes focus, but that is cross-lateral movement. So both sides of the brain, they have to coordinate with that. Okay, now hug both knees into your chest and just rock a little bit, take some movement there. And then come onto your side or rock up. We're going to come onto all fours. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread your fingers, press into the mat with the tops of your feet and your fingers, especially the little fleshy parts at the base of your fingers that make like a little suction cup with your hands. That can take some of the weight off your wrists. We're just going to start with some cat-cows. So exhale, tuck your pelvis, round your back, chin towards your chest, press into the mat. Inhale, tilt your pelvis, lift your chin, let your chest come through your shoulders. Keep your arms straight though, and that's cow. So just gently moving with your breath through cat-cow, letting your spine, let the movement come from the bottom of your spine up to the top. Moving with the breath, nice, slow, gentle movements, waking up your spine. Press into the mat as you round and draw your hands back as if you're rubbing toward, bringing your hands toward your knees on the inhale. Your hands won't move. It's just an energetic movement. Couple more. And the next time you come into an exhale, let your hips come all the way back toward your heels. Come into child's pose. You can rest your head on your hands, a block, anything that makes it comfortable for you. Just let everything sink down. Be supported by the mat and just the ground. Release. And now come back to all fours. I'm going to do another cross lateral movement, sunbird. So take your right leg back. Rest on the ball of your foot to start. And then on an inhale, lift your right leg, just hip height, not way up. Lengthen out through that leg. Take your left fingertips up toward the left corner of the mat. So this is also a balance pose. Make sure your core is activated here. So navel toward spine, zip it up. And then option to raise your left arm, reaching out through those fingers there. So different things, different sides of your body. This is activating both sides of your brain. And take a few breaths here. Coming out at any time. And then come back to all fours. Just sit back on your heels Either go into child's pose or sit back on your heels, rotate your wrists a few times, get some things going there. Okay, then come on back to all fours. We'll do that on the other side. So left leg goes back. Start by resting just on the ball of your feet and lengthening out first, pressing back with your heel. Inhale, raise your left leg, lengthen out. You can bring your right hand, the fingers up and over to the right a little bit. And then option to lift, lengthening in two directions, doing different things on different sides of your body. And then come back, nice job. And come back into child's pose for another rest. You can have your arms in front, try different things, find what really works for you today. And now come back up to all fours. We're going to do one more thing on this foundation. So take your hands up ahead of you about a good hand length ahead. Round your back and come back a little toward your heels, not all the way to child's pose, just a little back, and then keeping your pelvis tucked and back rounded. Bring your shoulders up over your wrists, and then let your hips come down. Not all the way to the mat, just like you're just hanging there a little bit. And drag your hands back energetically and bring your chest up in front. Yeah, shoulder blades together on the back. And then tuck your tailbone, so begin to round as you come back. Nice, perfect. As you come back toward your heels, but not all the way. And then keeping the rounded back, bring your shoulders forward. Let your hips dip down and bring your head up. Nice, perfect. Then a couple more times. Round and move back. So we're moving in and out of through spinal flexion and extension. All right, one more time, go back. And this time, when you come forward, just let yourself come all the way down onto your belly. And rest your hands, stack your palms, and rest your head. So just take a couple breaths, just letting see how that felt in your body, letting your body digest that movement. And now rest your forehead on the mat. Bring your hands down to your rib, outside your rib cage. Palms down, elbows up. So elbows, yep. And you might want to take your hands a little away from your body so your elbows are parallel to your body. Nice. We're going to do some baby cobra. So just be aware, press into the tops of your feet. You want to press the front of your pelvis into the mat, activate your glutes, so kind of tighten up your buttocks. And on an inhale, press lightly into your hands, draw your hands energetically back, and bring your head and chest up. Don't worry about too high. And then exhale down. So a few times moving, inhale up. If you want, you can hover your hands, because what we're doing here is we want to use the back muscles to lift us up. And that strengthens your back. So just move in and out of cobra a few times, seeing if you can hover, keeping your body pressed into the mat down at the pelvis. You can hold up if you want. Shoulder blades together on the back. Strong upper back. And then come down, rest on one cheek. You can bring your arms down by your sides. Just rest here. Feel the energy created by that. Was a strong movement. And then inhale, bring yourself up and over to your other cheek. Rest on the other side. And then come back to center and bring yourself back up to all fours. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up into downward facing dog. Pedal your feet a few times. Let your head hang, make sure your neck isn't rigid. Lift your tailbone up toward the ceiling, press down through your heels and through your hands. Now look up toward your hands, bend your knees, and walk your feet up to your hands. So come to the front edge of your mat in standing forward fold, Uttanasana. So knees can be bent a little or a lot. And just bring your belly in and up. You can take hold of opposite elbows. Shake your head, yes, no. So this allows the weight of your upper body to just lengthen out your back. Release. Slow, deep, even breaths. Come back to your breath. And bring your hands to your shins and come halfway up with a flat back. Lengthen in two directions. The crown of your head up through your tailbone. Exhale, fold once more. And then you can slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Come all the way to standing. And we'll build the mountain pose. So feet are about hip width apart. Toes pointing forward, especially the second toe. Okay, so just close your eyes if you can and just kind of feel around the bottom of your feet, the big toe, the little toe mound, the size of your heels, and get centered between those four corners. Press down into your feet. Feel your leg muscles engage. Lengthen up through the side body. Shoulders up, back, and down. So nice open chest. And then turn your palms forward. Externally rotate. Spread your fingers. So shoulders down from the ears. And then lift up through the crown of your head. And then let go of some effort, just so you keep your nice alignment. Shoulder blades moving toward each other. Shoulders down. Crown of the head lift up. And if you have the balance, you can just close your eyes. stable and steady. Easy at the same time. You can bring a little smile to your face and breathe. Enjoy that feeling. And now open your eyes on an inhale, keeping your fingers spread. Inhale, arms up, sun breaths, palms touch. Exhale, turn your palms out and back around to your heart space. A couple more times. Inhale up, like you're gathering energy and bringing it right into your heart. And then this time, as your arms go up, we're going to begin lateral movements. So side bend to the right, let your right arm come down to your thigh and lengthen out through your left. Inhale up. Exhale, bend to the other side. So slow movement, slowly moving with the breath. Just feel the sensation of the stretch. Nice sensation. If it doesn't feel right, back off a little bit. Find just that sweet spot where the stretch feels good. And the next time you do the left side, then come back to center. Nice. And we're going to do a balance pose, which involves crossing the midline of the body. So balance, get your foundation first. So start on 2 feet. It's going to be a chair. It's good to have a chair. Good to have a chair or a wall. Feel free to do that. So let's start. Oh, and have something to look at that's not moving. And make sure that you have a light engagement of your core. So let's let the weight go into our left foot. So just come up onto your right toes. That's the beginning. That's how you can begin. And then we're simply going to raise our right knee up. So this is called Ekapada something. One-legged balance. Now, to bring in the crossbody, there's an option to take your left hand and put it on your right knee. So, okay. So if you come out like I just did, you just realign, take a breath. Remember, this isn't rocket science. It's not all that serious. So here you have left side governed by the right side of the brain doing one thing, and right side governed by the left side of the brain doing another thing. So you're strengthening the cooperation between both sides of the brain and improving your balance. Okay, now come on down, shake everything out, move it around. So what, who cares? And do the other side. So let the weight come into your right foot, come up on your left toes. You can do, start with your hands on wherever you want. Left leg comes up, and then right hand crosses the midline.
This is really good.
Keep breathing. What's that?
This is really good.
You like it? Yeah. It's great when you feel something's really good. That means your body likes it. You're doing good things for your body.
That means teacher's doing a good job.
Okay, that came out. All right, then come on out. Shake it around. Oh, I forgot to put my glasses back on, so that's why I can't see. Okay, now we're at the front edge of the mat. Okay, I'll be out here. Take your, so feet are wide, hip width apart. Take your right toes out 45 degrees and take a big step back. So we're going to come into a warrior one, posture. So square your hips toward the short edge of the mat, okay? So your right hip's going to want to go back, so just maybe put your hand on that right hip and give it a little nudge forward. And then begin to bend your knee. You want to find the right width of your stance so that your left knee comes right over your left ankle. So back and forth a few times till you get that. So hips are squared. On an inhale, take both arms up overhead, warrior one. You press into your back foot. Your back leg is going to internally rotate so that back thigh kind of moves in. Press into your front foot. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your arms down, cactus arms. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more time, moving. And then you can pick a place to hold for a couple of breaths, either arms up or down or any arms you want. So just find a place to hold in stillness. Keep pressing through both feet, keeping that right hip level with the left. Gaze can go up if that feels good. Relax your face and jaw. Stable and easy. And then let your arms come down, press into the back foot and bring your right foot forward. And just move it around before we do the other side. This time, left toes go out, step back. Make sure your hips are squared to the short edge. And then bend and straighten your right knee, or get it right over the ankle. You want to be able to see your big toe, or your toes. Okay, and then inhale, arms up. Fingers are spread, arms active, press into both feet. Exhale, shoulder blades together on the back. So that's what we did in Cobra. Strengthen that upper back. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then find a place to stay for a few breaths. Slow, deep, even breaths. One more. And let your arms come down. Bring your left foot forward. Shake it around. Okay. And turn to face the long edge of your mat. Either way. And step your feet wide apart. You might want to block here if you want it. And okay, so feet are wide apart, toes straight forward, hands on your hips, lengthen up. And sometimes I like to put my hands right in the crease here, so when you bend forward with a flat back, reaching out, reaching out, reaching out, you want to bend at your hip crease, not at your waist. Then you can bring your hands to the block on any height. So lengthen out here, it's like a half lift. And then on an exhale, bring your belly in, and that you can fold forward a little more if you want, your choice, or you can stay with your hands on the block halfway. So this is just a wide leg forward bend. And as in the regular forward bend, your neck is just, if you're letting it hang down, just shake it, yes, no. And then come up halfway, hands on the block or your legs. Lengthen out, fold one more time. And then bring your hands to your thighs or your waist and come up halfway. And then push into your feet and come all the way up slowly, slowly with a flat back. And then heel toe your feet together. Come back to the front edge of your mat. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, bring your hands to the mat, step back into down dog. Bring your knees to the mat and come down onto your belly for one last pose in the prone position. This time, come onto your forearms. So your elbows are under your shoulders. Palms, fingers spread, palms pressing down. You're pressing into the tops of your feet, the front of your hip bones. Glutes are engaged. And then scrub your elbows back so your chest comes through your arms, and you can raise your chin a little if that feels okay. Shoulder blades together on the back. Great Sphinx pose. So the extension, the curve is more in your upper back. And then stack your palms, bring your forehead down, just take a few breaths to rest. This pose is called alligator or maybe crocodile. It's a baby back bend. And now come on, we're going to move on to our backs. So what best way for you, you can just roll over onto your back. And have your, no, you don't need anything right now. Okay, we're going to do one last thing before we come into our kind of complicated Shavasana. Okay, so bridge pose. So, bend your knees, have your feet near your hips. Just to prep, kind of roll a little bit onto your right shoulder and roll your left shoulder under your body. Just a way of opening the chest. And then roll a little bit onto your left shoulder and roll your right shoulder under your body. So just notice how that gives you a nice open chest. You're bringing your shoulder blades together. Spread your palms. So we're going to do different things with our arms during moving bridge. So that's a brain integrator. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Okay, so you're going to inhale, bring your lower back toward the mat. So tilt your pelvis and then raise it up, bring your right arm over your head toward the floor, your left arm straight up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, both arms come down as you roll down your one vertebra at a time back to the beginning, okay? So this time we'll do the right arm again. Okay, so inhale, lift your hips into bridge, left arm goes back overhead, right arm goes straight up to the ceiling. Exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time, both arms come down. Okay, so let's do that one more each side. Inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips, right arm overhead, left arm toward the ceiling. That's not so hard as I thought it was going to be. Exhale, roll down, both hands down. And last time, inhale, hips up, left arm over to the floor, right arm up. Exhale, everything back down. Nice. Let's hug your knees into your chest and take some rocking. And then we're going to set up for a nice relaxation. So 2 blocks, and you're going to take one, and we need two. You need 2 blankets. Okay, so we'll get the blankets set up, and I'll come help you. So 1 blanket. You're gonna unroll, or you can use a bolster or pillows if you're at home. You can pause the video to set up. So for Angela, unfold the, did I do it already?
You rolled it.
I rolled it? Oh, aren't I nice? Okay.
That's it.
All right, so I'm rolling mine. So if you have a blanket at home, what you want is a long, flexible roll. Okay, so roll that up and then put that down by the bottom of the mat. I'll come help you put it around you. All right, then take the other blanket is just going to be rolled. Let's see. The short way. So you're gonna start with 1 fold, and then roll so the fringe is on one end. Okay, so it's a little more, it's shorter and a little more stable. And again, the people at home watching this can do pillows, bolsters, anything. All right, so 1 block tall. The other block on the medium height, right in front of it. Yeah, but put it on your mat. Yeah. So what we're going to do is lie back on this. So you want it right in the middle. Yeah. Then take the shorter bolster and put it, just lay it so one end kind of goes a little bit over the long block. Yeah, perfect. And then all we're going to do is, I'll show you, is lay back. So you might want to adjust it. I'll help you, Angela. But so that the blanket is at your lower spine and your head. So basically you're just supported. Oh, I think it feels so good. Okay, then I'm going to come help you. But then you want to take the long blanket and just roll it around your ankles so you can have the bottoms of your feet together, like Baddha Konasana, legs out to the side, knees out to the side, and that's just another way. You can also you can just have your legs straight, so, and if you don't like this at all, you can just do a regular Shavasana.
Oh, this is good.
Do you want me to try?
Yes.
Do the, okay, put your bottoms of your feet together, so your knees are, yeah, like that. Does that feel okay for you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and then this just helps support,
Oh, yes.
so you can kind of release
Yes.
there.
Excellent.
Now this doesn't look, is this good?
Yeah.
It is, it feels
This is
good.
not
All right,
very
now do you
nice.
want another blanket over you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel it's in a compromise.
How much attention you get when you're ready?
I don't know that this is right for the deacon.
Ooh, this is nice and warm and thin.
Oh, good.
Sun,
Lovely.
yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. You want an eye bag or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the creature comforts you provide. This feels really good.
Doesn't it feel good?
Yes.
I know, I love it.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Now, okay, so once you get set up, this is intended for Shavasana, but if it's not the right resting place for you, if you can't just surrender to let go of everything, do what feels good for you. So, just keep your awareness inside, but not on any specific thing. Just be aware of everything. And thoughts will come, and just words, and just try to let go of those thoughts and labels. Just let them pass on by. Don't try to leave the moment or avoid it. Just be for a few minutes. gently bring your awareness back to the space and awaken your body with small movements. Wiggling your fingers or toes or stretching a little bit. Notice your breath. And if you've got a lot of props, begin to move them so you can come over onto your side. Take your time, no hurry. Just rest, cradling your head in your arms and being aware of how your body feels, how your body is speaking to you now at the end of practice. Perhaps revisit your intention. And then use your arms to bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. And keep your eyes closed. And sit with a nice, tall, straight spine. Sitting on a blanket can be nice. Anything that's comfortable. And just let's take, like we started practice, 3 breaths, deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling through the mouth, releasing tension. Inhale, bring your arms out to the side, palms face forward. Exhale, cross your arms, take a hold of your shoulders, give yourself, with other hands, give yourself a hug, rock, give yourself a little rock. Inhale again, arms out. Exhale, different cross of your arms. Give yourself a hug the other way. So this is crossing the midline. And giving yourself some love. And then I invite you to bring your hands, palms together at the heart space. Bow gently. Give yourself some love and gratitude for this hour that you've given just for yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit. I am so thankful that you came in person or virtually to share the practice and letting me lead you and share in it myself. The light in me bows to and honors the very same light in each of you. Namaste.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you. Thank you. See you next week.